Oh, I have a story to tell you, but I feel like this would be a bad story, and I might be cancelled.
Why?
But it is very common though. Like, I think I've said this before, but it is very common. This is where I'm coming from, right? When I grew up, like, we don't learn English. To be fair, we do. We get taught English as a second language, but that means like it's very basic. Like me, you, mine, yours, they, theirs. Like we learn those. And in Indo, we don't have pronouns either. So English as a second language is kind of focusing more on like, oh, in English they have pronouns and they have past tense, present tense, future tense, stuff like that, right? Like
Right.
all of that, because our language, we don't have pronouns, we don't have any of that. So we learn like English from either movies or music, most commonly, or games. But at that time, not like during my age, at least, like back in my day, the games aren't real, so it's just movies or songs. And I remember at one point when I was a teen, rap started blowing up, right? Like lots of people loved listening to rap, and a lot of rappers are African American.
Right.
So a lot of their songs had a lot of slang. And in the movies, they start having like, you know, people are saying these slangs. Like the way they portrayed it, right? It's like a cool guy like walking down the street and everyone loves him, everyone respects him, and he starts talking in like slang and stuff. A lot of people, at least in my area, were learning English from that, and because we want to look cool, right? Like everyone wants to like be cool by speaking like slang English, because then we look native or whatever. A lot of them spoke the slang that are spoken in the movies and music by African like American creators, and we don't know what it means. And I told this story from chat, like it's actually like not a lot of people actually know what the N-word means in my country. Like I remember, this is such a distinct memory. I remember when I was like growing up, my friends were like, you know, telling me about rappers and actors and all of that, right? And I didn't have a TV and I didn't have like any way to listen to songs, so the only way I know this were from my friends. And I've never said it though. Like I'll say this, I've never said it because I'm very pale. Like I'm very, very pale. And I remember my friends telling me like, oh, this is the new cool word. It means dude. It means like bro or dude, but you can only say it if you're tan. That's what I heard. And my friends were all saying that like you can only say it if you're tan. And because I was so pale, they were making fun of me because they were like, haha, you're not tan enough. You gotta go outside and tan more if you wanna be part of the group. So I've always just been like, oh man, I can't be part of the group. Dang it, I'll just stick with saying dude or dudettes. Like that's all I've been saying. And all my friends were saying it. And as we grew up, we realized, like, we were like, you know, the internet happened, right? I didn't have a computer until I was like, what, 15? 16? And that was like because of the library. Okay, so once the computer started getting installed in our schools, we like learned more, and that's when we found out that it's like a really bad thing. Like you have to be a specific, like it's specifically for like it. Oh, God, no. I felt so bad, dude, because unironically, like I never admitted this, but during that time I felt so left out, because in Indo a lot of people are actually quite tan, because a lot of people think like, oh, Asian equal light, but no, a lot of Southeast Asians are quite tan in skin color. So all of my friends were very tan, and they're all saying it but me, and I felt so left out. There were times I would like stand under the sun so I could be like, please, I don't want to be left out anymore. I was like, I want to be part of the cool kids group. Everyone that's cool are saying it. I want to be part of it. And then I learned, and I'm like, oh my god, thank God, thank God.
Oh my god, they were just over there saying that? Wait, they're just over there saying that? Are they still saying? Oh my god, they're
I
probably
don't know,
still saying
actually.
it.
Like, at least my friend group, no one says it, but I don't know about the rest of the world. But I don't know the rest of my country, but my friend group doesn't say it. But it is sadly still a misconception. I do still know a lot of people are like, there's still a misconception over it, because a lot of us still think like, I do know people, basically. Like, I do know people that just recently found out what it meant. Like, truly, truly what it means. Because in our head, we see someone like well-respected and like loved by so many people with so many friends, and they're so cool and they're so badass. and everyone's calling them that, we will assume that it's a positive thing, right? Like that's like how we see it.
That is so fucking. If I was over
God.
there and I heard someone speaking their native language, and then just in the middle of, I just heard gamer, I think I would like crease in half. I would literally fall apart in the street. That shit would actually have me breaking down. They'd be 100% in their native language. They're talking about this and that. They see their friend, then they just go, "Yo, my," and dap each other up. I would lose it. I'd get arrested because I would just be laughing and shitting in the street. Like, it'd be over.
That's like the thing. I think one major aspect though of why we see it this way, chat, is because in my country at least, and I think in a lot of Asian countries, we have forbidden words, but it's forbidden for a reason and no one says it. Like, no one says it, not even in an endearing way. Like, it doesn't matter how you were raised, what your ethnicity is, it's a forbidden word, no one says it. So the fact that like we hear people and we don't understand what it means, but we hear people say it endearingly with respect and like in a way that's like to support someone else, we're not gonna think that's a forbidden word. We're gonna think that's a cool word, like a slang maybe, like Riz.
Wait, is that how you say hello in Indonesian? Can you teach me how to say?
No, we just say hello. We do. We're normal.
No, then what is that phrase they're saying in chat? I want to know how to
Which
say that because I
one?
want to say that to people.
Which one are they saying in chat?
I'm gonna fuck it. It's like Salamat.
Oh, selamat. No! It's selamat pagi. It means good morning. Selamat
Pagi, gamer.
I'm sorry. I feel... This is awful. This is awful. What have I started?
Oh, my stomach. Oh god.
I will always say this though.
One time.
I need to say this because like I need to tell you, chat. When it comes to our people, you gotta understand. Please, I apologize in advance, but please, if we do something bad, please just tell us. Like, we just don't know. Okay, the culture is so different, and it's so different. Why say a forbidden word so positively? Like, we're not gonna know that.
The fact that they wouldn't let you say it because you weren't dark enough is... And they just knew that. Like, the fact that they knew that without anyone telling them, it transcends language barrier. They knew.
I think it's from
a certain
the movie,
shade to say this.
I think it's from the movie Jump Street. I don't remember, but there was a movie where someone that was like whiter was about to say it, and then everyone was like, "You can't say it. You're white."
21 Jump Street, wasn't it?
I don't remember what it was. I don't know where they got it from.
That movie
but
just for that. That's so funny.
There's a lot of stuff in the movies and like the songs where it's like, you can't say it because you're white, but we don't consider white as an ethnicity at that time. I think we said white as in like the shade, like the color. So pale is equal white, right? So I think that's how people thought. It's like, oh, you have to have a darker shade in order to say it. And we didn't understand that it's a race thing. We thought it was a genuine like skin tone thing. So this was years ago though. Like, keep in mind, this was years ago. So it's not recent, but
that's so funny.
Yeah,
I didn't know we were exporting that word, but you know what? That's so much funnier.